I get why so many clarinet players end up frustrated with their instruments, especially when you're past the beginner stage and need something that actually responds well in rehearsals and gigs. That's the exact problem I ran into last year when my old student clarinet just couldn't keep up with the band. It was dull, inconsistent, and honestly kind of embarrassing. I needed a step-up instrument that felt professional without breaking the bank, and that's when I found the Jupiter Intermediate Grenadilla Bb Clarinet, model JCL750N. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What really sold me on this clarinet is how it bridges the gap between student and professional models without the professional price tag. The Grenadilla wood gives it that warm, resonant tone you'd expect from a more expensive instrument, but the keywork is designed to be forgiving for intermediate players. I remember the first time I played a full piece without squeaking, something that never happened with my old clarinet. It was a huge relief. The ergonomics feel natural right away, so you're not fighting the instrument to get the sound you want. One of the standout features is the undercut tone holes. They're not just there for looks, they actually improve intonation and response, especially in the upper register. I've played in community bands where the tuning can get tricky, and this clarinet holds its pitch way better than my previous one. It's not perfect in every key, but it's close enough that I don't have to constantly adjust my embouchure just to stay in tune. The silver-plated keys add a nice touch of durability and a subtle brightness to the sound. I've noticed that the keys don't tarnish as quickly as nickel-plated ones, which means less maintenance over time. Plus, the adjustable thumb rest is a lifesaver. It lets me fine-tune the position so my hand stays relaxed even during long rehearsals. I've played for 2 hours straight without my thumb feeling strained, which is a huge upgrade from my old setup. Another thing that surprised me is how well it handles dynamic changes. Whether I'm playing softly in a jazz ensemble or projecting in a concert band, the clarinet responds smoothly without losing clarity. The bore design really does make a difference here. It's not too open or too closed, just right for an intermediate player looking for versatility. I also appreciate the included accessories. The sturdy case protects the instrument well, and the cleaning swabs and cork grease are handy little extras that save you from buying them separately. The ligature is decent too, though I ended up upgrading mine eventually for better grip on the reed. Now, I won't pretend this clarinet is flawless. The pads are good, but not premium, so if you're used to high-end professional models, you might notice a slight difference in airtightness. Also, the trill keys are a bit stiff at first, but they loosen up after a few weeks of playing. It's not a deal-breaker, but it's something to keep in mind if you're coming from a more advanced instrument. Overall, the Jupiter JCL750N is a solid step-up clarinet that punches above its weight. It's not going to replace a professional model, but for intermediate players who need reliability and better tone without spending thousands, it's a fantastic choice. The build quality feels solid, the sound is warm and balanced, and it's held up well through months of regular use. If you're on the fence about upgrading, this clarinet is worth the investment. It's not the cheapest intermediate option out there, but it's one of the few that actually delivers on its promises. Check it out using the link below if you're ready to leave behind the frustrations of a subpar instrument. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Jupiter Intermediate Grenadilla Bb Clarinet, JCL750N sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like practical day-to-day use and practical day-to-day use actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like Jupiter Intermediate Grenadilla Bb Clarinet, JCL750N usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.